comes down because Polite and them was renting the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
So the owner of the house comes down. And he like, yo, what's going on? You've been banging on the door all morning. I'm like, yo, you know, I'm looking for Polite. He like, yeah, I know who you are. What you got going on? What happened? You ain't give them no money, did you? I was like, what you mean? I ain't giving them no money. Yeah, I gave them, I gave them a lot of money. He was like, ah, man. What you didn't know what they do? I thought you was down with them.
Mm.
And so when he says that, I'm just sitting out on the I'm just sitting out there on my luggage, and he like, yeah, you know, this what they do. You know, they owe me a couple of months. I'm holding all their stuff in here till they come back to pay me my money. I'm like, well, they went to go get some real estate and woo, woo, woo. So he was like, nah, man, that ain't what's going on. I told them they had to go if they didn't have my money. So he said, do you want to take something from here? Because they left all their printing stuff. And maybe you can use that to sell it or do whatever you got to do to get your money back. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel for you. And so I was like, you know, I got all this luggage. I can't really carry nothing. So he invited me in the crib. He said, come in, sit down. You know, if you got to use the bathroom, do what you got to do. You know, it's a shame, brother, that, you know, woo, woo, woo. And he started like telling me this story about whatever he had went through. And while I was in the crib, I looked over and I seen the laptop, the quote unquote laptop that I stole.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, actually, I will get that laptop. Let me get that laptop right there. He was like, why you want that? That's broken. What you gonna do with that? That ain't, because the laptop in question didn't really have no buttons on it, like it was broken.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, no. They use that as a hard drive. They don't use that as a laptop anymore. That's the laptop that has all his books on it. So he's definitely coming back for that, if nothing else. So he said, well, you're more than welcome to take it with you, brother. And I took the cab to the train, took the train back up to the Bronx and chilled. 2 days later, I get a phone call. Hey, man, yeah, you know, such and such happened and woo, woo, woo. You know, he ran down a long story to me. All right, a couple weeks pass. He gets back to New York. Calls me up. Yo, you got my laptop? I'm down here. The landlord said, you got no rah-rah. Like, it was super aggressive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, of course I got your laptop. But you got my money.
Mm-hmm.
You got my money. So when you give me my money, I'll give you back the laptop. And so it was like, yeah, you know, I got the boys down here, and you know, you better not do this, you better not do that. And whoop, 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 if you do this, and I'm going to do that. You know, it was a lot of threats and a lot of aggressive language. And I was like, bro, I'm trying to tell you, I'm not playing with you about that money. You understand what I'm saying? Let me show you this. Because if you don't give me my money, what I'm going to do is start releasing the PDFs to all of your books, like your original PDFs. I'm going to just start releasing them online for free.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on the computer and sent a message on Facebook through the computer so that he would see that I wasn't playing.
Mm.
And so from there, you know, the conversation got a little bit more aggressive. But once he saw that I wasn't paying attention to that, and I was like, bro, I'm going to just say this one last time, and then I'm going to stop taking your phone calls. Work on getting me that money. I'm about to release these books. So then he called me back with a whole new different type of conversation. Very nice and you know, understanding and listen, I don't really have the money. You know, when I was on my way down to Florida, the truck we was driving in exploded. I had to buy a new truck. On the way down there, the engine burned out and blew up on the highway. And whole long story. And he's like,
you serious?
I kid you not.
Wow.
I'm talking about, when I say I'm not smudging one detail,
Mm-hmm.
anybody that was close around at the time. In fact, it was a bunch of people that invested in that whole adventure.
Mm-hmm.
So those people will remember all of the events of this story.
Mm-hmm.
And so, so anyway, he finally says, all right, cool. I'm going to pay you back in pieces. You know what I'm saying? And by the time he made the second or third payment, you know what I'm saying? Then I gave him back his laptop. You know what I'm saying? But there was no, like, I stole his laptop and, you know, whoop, whoop, I was extorting. No. Simply, that was collateral. Like, when you do real business, you make a loan, there's collateral. You don't pay back the loan, you know, they foreclose on the collateral. Like, you lose the collateral. It's leveraged debt.
So according to him, how did you get the laptop? Did he ever go public and talk about how you got it? Did he corroborate the story of the landlord thing, or he said something different?
No, he wouldn't corroborate that story because
No.
that would be a negative. It would be a negative story to his image.
Yeah.
So, you know, when him and Sonetta put out a negative story on me, you know, the story went out that somehow I muscled into the crib and took the laptop, and, you know, I was scared of his muscle, so I gave back the laptop. Now, it's so many holes in that story. It's like, why would I steal a laptop with no buttons on it?
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't work. It would serve me no value.
So how was you able to go on it and work it?
I had a bunch of MacBooks. You know what I'm saying? So when they get old, well, the old ones anyway, the keyboards would go. So you just get a separate keyboard that you could plug into the USB.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how they was using it, plugged into the printer. And so I just plugged in a keyboard to the side of it just to let them know.
So give me a time frame, because I remember seeing videos with you have on a New Covenant shirt. Y'all was in videos together at one point. Is this before all of this or after this?
No, this is why I'm showing you. This is why I took you to his page so you can see the timeline. This is way before any of the experiences that people currently, you know, this is way before any of that.
So y'all was cool, and then this thing happened.
Right. This is just the intelligent young brother that looked like his sky is the limit.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So when the situation happens and he starts paying me my money back and I give him the laptop back, that's the end of the story.
Y'all never rocked again after that?
I ain't hear you. What you saying?
Did y'all never was cool again and did nothing again after that, after the laptop?
Yeah, it got squashed, water under the bridge. I mean, it wasn't much that he could be angry with me about.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He told me to meet him in Brooklyn at a certain time and then peeled out. He paid me back.
So it was just a money thing, but you already seen that his character didn't turn you off where you say, all right, I got my money, but I just need to leave you alone. You didn't, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of people say that, but no, I didn't. He's just he's charismatic in the word. He's very good with words, and he paid me back my money.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So he said he was going to give me back my money. He gave me back my money. Okay, cool. Time went by though. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely some time that went by. But, you know, maybe a year or two went by and then, okay, cool. You know, we you know, it's
yeah.
We for the work and the good of the people and the, you know, that whole, but that narrative was never killed.
Gotcha.
Like I impersonated his wife and, you know, all that. Like when I see that narrative still pop back up, I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so that narrative was still circulating. He was supposed to take care of that. That was a part of our conversation when I gave him back his computer. Or before that, when he even agreed to pay me back the money in pieces, I was like, yeah, but you know, you got to go back on there because, you know, the wife kind of hit the web, you know, a little frantic, and y'all put out that narrative, you know, you're going to have to retract that story.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But I see now that it wasn't retracted or wasn't retracted thoroughly.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? And now that I see hindsight 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I see what's going on with the platforms, you know what I'm saying? And I see that people was paying platforms to keep me off the platforms, creating negative narratives to keep me off the platform. What do you think they was trying so hard to get you on the phone for, to get my phone number?
I, you know, honestly, for real, I be for the peace. So, you know, anytime dudes could build, I don't know, because you know a lot of this is I don't have this information. I don't know what's going on with a
Nobody
lot of
has
stuff. Yeah.
information.
Nobody I don't know what's going on. So I just know what this person say. So I could just say, yo, Ink, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pass you this guy's number. This person wants your number, but I'm not gonna give it to them. But here goes their number. And you know, I just pass the messages and that's really it. You know what I'm saying? And I be trying to be the peacemaker sometimes, but you know, sometimes it be beyond me, or it's not even beef. It's just sometimes everybody just go their own
No,
way.
see, and this is not beef. I don't want people to misconstrue it. This is just me clarifying, like just me standing in my truth. So their character than mine. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this is why I'm just going back to, so you can see this is what I'm doing standing on stage. Like, you don't come stand on stage at somebody else's event.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? You just don't do that. Like, that's just not mannerly. You don't come stand on stage at somebody else's event. You see what I'm saying? I'm there the entire event like that, on and off the stage, because it's my event as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Because I paid for it. You understand what I mean?
Got you.
So it's not a matter of a question or whatever. Like, nah, you did. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So when I bust past King Simon like that, just brushed him off. So for like, get your man, that created a little negative energy right there that never went away between me and Simon. And then later on, as me and Abundance Child relationship, you know, our friendship grew. Simon felt a certain type of way, and so that festered in him.
Mm-hmm.
So when they was colluding to keep me off the platforms, you know what I'm saying? Like it's an insanity going on over there. Like, these guys with these platforms think that the platform, it's almost like music business. Like the record labels think they make the artists.
So you saying people really paid somebody money to say, don't post Inky video,
Yeah.
don't have them on it. How can you prove that? Because you know that just sounds crazy. Like, how can you prove that?
I cannot prove.
Okay.
But it was proved to me because the person showed me the text messages.
Okay.
And